students, welcome to the session. As usual, you know that we are discussing English subject, first language English subject for 10th standard, and we are discussing non-detailed session, second lesson, that is the Karna. So today's is the 6th session we are discussing, and children, today let us discuss the death of Karna, the side heading that is given in your textbook, the death of Karna. So please open your textbook, children, and follow the lines and listen carefully, understand the explanation. It's very important and easy lesson as it is a part of Mahabharata, and we are discussing the personality and the characters of Karna. Whereas in the previous period we learnt how Karna met Bhishma in the battlefield and how Bhishma's word will be rejected politely by Karna, saying that I am not going to take the opposition of Duryodhana. He wants to be along with Duryodhana and wants to fight against the Pandavas. Even the Pandavas are his brothers. That is what we learned in the previous period, children. Let's have a look on this scientific topic that is given in the textbook, the death of Karna. The princes of the Kaurava army installed Karna as a generalized. Karna stood up in his gorgeous war chariot driven by Salya. So now it's the entry of Karna to the battlefield, whereas with enthusiasm, it is gorgeous with full power, that is Karna entered the battlefield in the side of Kaurava and against the Pandavas, and where is the chariot? Karna's chariot is driven by Salya. The dauntless confidence of his bearing and his great renown as a warrior heartened the Kauravas. So, Karna was a brave man, there is no doubt. That is dauntless. Dauntless means fearless. Meaning, take the children, meanings of the word dauntless, D-A-U-N-T-L-E is a dauntless means fearless. Fearless, that is very courageous. So this courageous, brave Karna entered the battlefield, whereas his chariot was driven by Salya. Then followed a great battle. The son of Surya, that is Karna, sent a dazzling arrow which spat fire and made for Arjuna like a serpent with its flaming double tongue out. Then Krishna, Arjuna's charioteer. So Krishna is the Arjuna's charioteer. So Krishna at the night time pressed the vehicle down 5 fingers deep in the mud, so that the serpent shaft just missed Partha's head but struck off his helmet. Arjuna was red with shame and anger, and he fixed a dart on his bow to make an end of Karna. So it is one of the incident that takes place in the battlefield of Mahabharata, that too the fight between Karna and Arjuna. So Karna shot an arrow, that is with a spat fire, a serpent arrow, which is flaming double tongue out. So as it is approaching towards Karna and wanted to kill that Arjuna, this will be known by Krishna, whereas Krishna, the charioteer of Arjuna, played a trick. What Krishna at that time made means. So he pressed the vehicle, chariot. Krishna pressed the chariot vehicle down 5 fingers deep, so that that arrow which was sent by Karna is going to be piercing to the crown, that is the helmet of the Arjuna, not just missed the head, that is the target where Karna shot an arrow towards the Arjuna. It missed the Arjuna's head and struck off his helmet. Here helmet means the crown. So with this Arjuna became shame, and the anger fixed, and he wanted to make an end to the Karna. And Karna's fated hour was come, and as had been foretold, the left wheel of the chariot suddenly sank in the blood mire. So, at the same time, what happens? Another bad luck to Karna, that is the chariot wheel. Karna's chariot's wheel. One of the left wheel of his chariot struck in the sand, and whereas he jumped down on the ground to lift the wheel up from that mud. That is, the wheel, left wheel of the chariot struck in the mud in the warfield to move up to lift that chariot wheel. Karna get down from his chariot for that action. That is, he jumped down on the ground to lift the wheel up from the mud. So, wait a minute, he cried. My chariot has sunk in the ground. Great warrior as you are, and knowing dharma as you do, you would certainly not take unfair advantage of this accident. I shall presently set my car right and give you all the battle you want. So after getting down to lift the wheel of the chariot, Karna said to Arjuna that, wait for a moment, as you know that you are a great warrior. So as the dharma, so whenever the warriors are not holding the weapons, are not ready to fight the battle, so no one is going to take advantage of that situation. So whereas Karna getting down to lift the chariot wheel, so he requested, he said to Arjuna, so don't take the unfair advantage of this accident. So wait for a minute, I will lift the wheel, then afterwards I will show the right, I will fight with you, what you are going to fight, the battle, what you want, like that. Karna said to Arjuna. Arjuna hesitated. Karna was now somewhat perturbed on account of the mishap. He remembered the curse that had been pronounced on him, and again appealed to Arjuna's sense of honor. So here, because of Krishna's action, Arjuna get ready. Arjuna was ready to shoot an arrow towards Karna. Though he was hesitated, but he wanted to shoot an arrow. So Arjuna hesitated. Karna was now somewhat perturbed on account of the mishap. He remembered the curse that had been pronounced on him, and again appealed to Arjuna's sense of humor. Krishna intervened. Karna, he exclaimed, it is well that you too remember that there are things like fair play. So, Karna's words, what the king Krishna heard, Krishna intervened and said, so it's well you to remember that are the things like fair play now that you are in difficulty. You remember them indeed, but when you and Duryodhana and Dushasana and Shakuni dragged Draupadi to the hall of assembly and insulted her, how was it you forgot them utterly? You helped invaded Dharmaputra, who was fond of the play but was unskilled at it to gamble, and you cheated him. Where had your fair play hidden itself then? So when Karna said to Arjuna, it was a dharma that should when warrior is get ready for warfare. During that time, Krishna remembered Karna that when you are played a gamble against the Dharmaraya Yudhishthira, so with the advantage of the Shatruni, and you betrayed, you cheated the Pandavas, and also Dushasana dragged the Draupadi to the assembly. So then, at that time, in those situations you are present, then you know that what is going to happen is not good. Then what you are doing that time, as you are saying now, Dharma, is it a fair play what you did to the Pandavas and also of Draupadi? He questioned, it is Krishna questioned Karna, is it a fair play that you kept quiet during that time? Was it fair play to refuse to give to Yudhishthira his kingdom when, according to the pledge, the 12 years of forest life and the 13th year incognito were duly completed? And as I said, so as according to the promise, 12 years forest life and 1 year, that is 13th year as incognito, were completed by the Pandavas, and it's our Kauravas duty that surrender the hand over the kingdom to that Pandavas, but your friend, that is Karna's friend, didn't give. So he questioned, Karna questioned, Krishna questioned Karna, is it fair that as your friend did to the Pandavas? You supported your friend and you supported the injustice. So what happened to the dharma you appeal for now? So during that time, during that day, you didn't speak about dharma, but now you are speaking about dharma. Is it fair like that? Krishna questioned Karna. You conspired with the wicked men who sought to poison and kill Bhima. You acquitted in the plan to burn the Pandavas alive when sleeping in the palace of wax into which they had been lured. So what had happened to Dharma all that time? That is, Krishna is going to explaining to the Karna that what the Kauravas and Duryodhana were done to the Pandavas. What did Dharma tell you when the violent hands were laid on Draupadi and you were looking on, enjoying the sight? Did you not then mock at her, saying, your husbands have left you unprotected? Go and marry another husband? The tongue that was not ashamed to utter those words now talks of chivalry. Chivalry indeed. When a mob of you surrounded the young Abhimanyu and shamelessly slew him, was that the chivalry? All the things, that is the killing of Abhimanyu, dragging, insulting Draupadi, and cheating in the game of dice, that is gambling. And what are the words that were told to the Pandavas? All was going to be recalling to the Karna by Krishna here, saying, was it correct? Was it dharma? Was it chivalry of killing Bhima, surrounding all of them to that young Abhimanyu, and shamelessly they are killed Abhimanyu. Wicked men, do not talk now of chivalry and fair play, for you have never honored them. So all the things was going to be explained to the Karna by Krishna in that particular period of the time when he said to the Arjuna. So when Krishna was denouncing him in this manner, in order to urge Arjuna to prompt action, Karna bent his head in shame and uttered not a word. He silently ascended the chariot, leaving still stuck in the mud, and took his bow and sent an arrow at Arjuna with unerring aim and such power that it stunned him for a moment. Karna utilized the respite won to jump down again and hurriedly tried to lift the chariot wheel up, but the curse was too strong for him, and fortune had deserted the great warrior. The wheel wouldn't budge, though he strove with all his great strength. Then he tried to recall the mantras of mighty astras he had learned from Parashurama, but his memory failed in the hour of his need, even as Parashurama had foretold. Waste no more time, Arjuna, cried Madhava. Send your shaft and slay your wicked enemy. And then Krishna said to Arjuna to shoot an arrow towards Karna. Arjuna's mind was wavering, his hand hesitated to do what was not chivalrous. But when Krishna said this, the poet says Arjuna accepted this command of Lord and sent an arrow which cut and severed the head of the Radhe, that is Karna. The poet had not the heart of to impute this act to Arjuna, who was the embodiment of nobility. It was the Lord Krishna that incited Arjuna to kill Karna when he was vainly trying to raise his chariot out of the mud in which it had struck. According to the code of honor and laws of war prevailing then, it was the holy wrong who could bear the responsibility of breaches of dharma except the Lord himself. So, like this, the end of the Karna comes to take place. So, I hope children you understood the lines, go through the lines and understand what I said. So, we will meet and study and learn the next lesson in the next period, children. Take care, children.